Hello everyone and welcome to my Vermona Kick Lancet video review. The Kick Lancet is an analog kick drum module made by German manufacturer Vermona. On the back it says made, or actually handcrafted, in Erlbach, Germany, and it does have that stereotypical German build quality feel. Solid metal casing, really tight knobs here with a good resistance and smooth turn. So yeah, it's definitely really well built. Let's go ahead and have a look at the back. On the right here we have the 12-volt power input with an on and off switch, which is labeled overkill, which gives you quite a good idea what you can do with this module if you want to. Then we have 3/4 inch jack trigger inputs. The right one is a gate input, which either just triggers the Vermona at a certain volume, or it can also track the volume to the gate signal's voltage. So you can play more expressively by setting different voltages to the gate. Then in the middle we have a foot pedal input, and on the left there is an audio trigger input, which triggers the Vermona at a certain audio level. So you could basically clap into a microphone and have the Vermona trigger to that. Next we have 2 MIDI sockets in and through, pretty straightforward. And on the left we have an audio output for the kick drum sound. Setting up your MIDI controller with the Vermona is pretty straightforward. You just plug in the controller, hold the trigger button here and switch the unit on. And then you just press the key or the pad on your controller which you want to use to trigger the Kick Lancet. And the Kick Lancet automatically listens for that key and that MIDI channel. Alright, let's have a look at the front panel controls and hear some of the sounds. I'm going to trigger the sounds with the trigger preview button here. And as you can hear, it's not that spectacular yet, with everything dialed down pretty much. So let's try fiddling with the knobs a little. The first knob here is the decay knob. Which obviously adjusts the decay of the sound. The second knob is pitch. The next 2 knobs are bend and time, which adjust the pitch modulation. This can give your kick even more of a punch. Then we have FM frequency and FM intensity, so it's basically frequency modulation, which can give your sound a little more texture. Then in the bottom row we have an attack knob, which is not the attack time, but it dials in a pulse sound, giving your kick drum a little more of a click. Then we have a noise knob, which just mixes in some noise. Here I wish that they would have included a noise time knob as well, so I could adjust the length of the noise. Because right now it's just a short hit at the beginning of the sound. The next knob is wave, which controls the shape of our wave. It goes from sine wave seamlessly into pulse wave. And next to that we have the infamous balls knob, which just fattens up the sound even more. And to the right there's the big knob labeled volume, which does exactly that. Retailing at around 250 euros, the Vermona Kick Lancet is definitely on the expensive side. You do, however, get really expressive kick drum sounds out of it, and it interfaces with pretty much everything, so you can incorporate it in pretty much any music setup. As I said, I would have liked to have maybe 1 or 2 more controls, especially concerning the noise, but if it's kick drums that you're looking for, then the Vermona definitely has you covered.